Boom, and there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hello, family. I hope you're doing good tonight. I hope that you are absolutely having the best day of your life. And I hope that no matter what is going on, that you guys are ready to tackle this day. I want to tell you guys that, a lot of things that I keep talking about with people, when I help you guys grow, when I go through these things with you guys, they also help me grow. And that's one of the things I want you guys to understand is that's why this is called Witness My Growth. This isn't called Witness My Growth because of, I thought it was a cool name. It's called Witness My Growth. Hi, Kaylee. It's called Witness My Growth because I want this to be a document for even me to look back on and see where I was and where I went to be able to document my journey from becoming or seeing who I am and being honest with myself about that, so that when I grow to attain that journey, or not even that journey, that destination in my life, that happy version of myself, what I want you to understand is that I will never truly appreciate this journey if I can't go back and watch it then. It's not, imagine being able, if you were Tony Robbins and Tony Robbins would have documented his journey to become Tony Robbins. Here, let me take these off so you guys can actually see me and not looking at the recording of the computer screen. That didn't go well. I'll get those in a minute. But imagine if Tony Robbins documented it. Imagine if Tony Robbins went back and showed you, not only did you see the Tony Robbins that you're seeing today, but you could go back and see Tony Robbins that wasn't that strong. Imagine if you could see them side by side and truly appreciate the growth that he's had. Truly appreciate the growth that he's had. That's hard, right? It's hard. It's hard to see. I ain't quitting. For the record, I ain't quitting. I've been waiting my whole life for this, Kaylee. I ain't quitting. That ain't never gonna happen. I will fight this thing till the fucking wheels fall off. Trust me, I want to quit. I want to quit. If you're watching this right now, if you think that this is easy for me to dig in on these levels, yes, I've got some of these levels already knocked out, but it's those deeper levels that actually dig in and hurt and make the difference. And that's what I want you guys to understand is that personal growth isn't comfortable. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. I don't know if I deserve that, but I'm going to do everything I can to make myself believe that I'm worthy of that. Here, let me share that with you guys because I know you guys can't see that at home, but you guys will never get it. You'll never understand. You'll never understand what it means for me as someone that looked at themselves as weak for 38 years, what it means to me to have somebody else say that to me. That means that all of this is worth it. And I know that, my numbers, there. Yeah, there we go. My numbers may not be as high as they once were, but it's like with anything in life. When it's brand new, it's exciting. When it's brand new, everybody's talking about it. But once that shine wears off, then you start to see, who's really behind you and who's really willing to put in that effort and to make a difference. And, as we're learning every day, as we watch this and we grow together, this is not easy. It's not easy, and that's why the only thing that I ask of you is you try and stay positive, because if you allow yourself to start listening to that old story and you allow yourself to start being negative, there's no, it could be twice as worse for you if you decide that you have the opportunity to grow and change your life and you choose not to. That's the part that scares me right now. Every person that watches this video, honestly, the number one thing that scares the shit out of me is that you guys may not be ready to take this trip, and that you may be too hard on yourself, that you're not ready to take this trip, and it can make things seem worse for you. It could, but I can't control that. That's not my story, and I'm not doing that to you. I want you to know that I worry about that because I care about you. That's what I guarantee you right now, honestly, that I care more about you guys than there are husbands that care about their wives, than there are mothers that care about their children. Because your growth, your development means everything to me. I can't pretend that I believe in myself every day when I get out of bed. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every day when I get up, it's easy for me to hit the floor. How many times did I take that walk and stop on one lap? You guys do that for me. You guys give me the strength to take the second lap and that third lap and start making a difference. See, I can't go out and make people watch the show. I can't make people listen to what I'm saying. But what I can make you understand is that this is selfish for me. I don't ever want you guys to think that you're guinea pigs, Kaylee. You're not a guinea pig. You're my greatest experiment. You're my greatest journey. You're my greatest passion. You're for the first time that if you want to look at it like this. For the first time, you guys have given me the faith and the passion to believe that I can make a difference. That's my selfish takeaway from this. Yes, you may get this and think that you're growing and you're doing it for this reason or for that reason, but I'm doing this because I need to show myself I can do this. And yes, Kaylee, God, every day you have such a breakthrough that I absolutely love it. Try here. Let me show that one too. I'm gonna show that one real quick because I'm proud of that statement, because that shows how much you're growing. But if you get to be a bigwig, I better be in it with you. You want to know why I chose you guys? Together we got this. Yes, we do. You want to know why I chose you guys? Why I put so much energy into you guys? Is that at the end of this, it's no longer me that I see. I don't see just me having a show. I see all of us having a show. I see a network of positivity. I see the change that we can do together. I don't want to go to the top and be alone. I don't want to get all the way. I don't want to be Tony Robbins and not take every one of you with me. My goal is for us to build a team that this is the foundation for the future of every loved one that we have in life. I do you know how many friends I take a morning walk with and I have that relationship with? Not many. I know it's easy for you guys to see how much I reach out to you and how much I love you, but this isn't easy for me. I have social anxiety. If you were in the room with me, it would be 10 times harder for me. Try and understand that. If I could look you dead in the eye and read your body language, I would start, my social anxiety would kick in, and I would start telling myself another story, a story that wasn't successful, a story where I didn't make a difference, a story where you were bored and you were only here out of obligation. But you're not obligated to be here right now, are you? You didn't show up just to show up. You showed up because you could be doing anything else in the world right now. Anything else. But you choose to do this. You choose to make a difference. You choose to look yourself in the mirror every day and understand that, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not motivating myself enough. But Jimmy's, as I love to say it, Jimmy's ever loving boot in the ass really gives me perspective. And I don't want you to ever form who you are throughout your day because of my opinion of you. My opinion of you at the end of the day shouldn't mean shit. I'm just one more opinion. I'm just one more external voice in the world that is just trying to convince you of my story. I want you to listen to my story of you because you listen to everybody else's and you're used to it. So I want you to listen to my story of you. And my story is that you're amazing. My story is that you are loved and I care for you so much that the people in your life that hurt you cared for you. They care for you. They love you, but they don't know how to handle that love. You know, when all of that energy is pulsing through their body, you know, their entire life, that energy came out as anger. So when they feel that energy, they just let it out as anger. You know, some of us feel that energy bouncing around inside of us and we think that we're scared or that we're nervous. No, you're fucking excited because you feel the moment arriving. And of course it's scary. Of course it's scary. You don't think I'm scared to become my fucking mentor? You don't think I'm scared to take the steps to stand out in front of a fucking million people and talk to them? And somehow I have to overcome the fact that I don't know if I could talk to 5 of you in a room right now and keep this up the way that I keep it up on a camera. But that's my dream. My dream is that right now, that fire that you feel inside you, that little spark that is lighting inside you for the first time in a long time, that's what I'm here for. Because it renews my spark every time I see your spark get lit. Every time I see you guys come to a struggle and get on the other side of that shit, that gives me more pleasure than if you gave me a fucking $1 million a piece. You could not pay me enough to stop what I'm doing right now. Because the growth that I'm experiencing through you, with you, side by side, is changing who I am. Believe me, I get it. It's so easy to listen to the story that we tell ourselves every day. The story that you've told yourself every day before you walked in and you decided to sit down and listen to my crazy ass tell you that you deserve better. That every day you told yourself that this is good. This is good. I'm happy. I'm content. No, you're not. And you have to tell yourself that you're content, you're not content. You're trying to convince yourself and tell yourself the story every day that you're content. I'm just trying to change the fucking story. If there's one thing you know that I don't bullshit you. That's why you trust me. Is it because as much as I think I could sit here and come up with the right thing to say and the right answer, that I'm not sitting here and I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm not sitting here and I'm not trying to be Tony Robbins and be like, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we can do it. Well, I've done it. You can do it because I haven't done it yet. Maybe one day I can walk out with that big old smile. Ain't that gonna look weird? Y'all gonna think I'm so funny looking one day, like that big old smile, and I'm wearing them Armani suits, and I'm up on the stage, and I'm telling them the same thing I'm telling you right now. I believe in you. You don't need to wait. I don't need to be wearing a fancy fucking suit or have a perfect smile for you to get my message. My message is true, and you hear it right now. I love you. I know that's hard for you to fucking get. I know that there's things in you that say there's no way that a guy that just met you, that barely knows you, can love you. There are people in your life that have been there your whole life, and they don't love you like I love you. You want to know why? Because I believe in your potential. I don't want you to be who I want you to be. I want you to be who the fuck set you on fire. I want you to look in the mirror every morning and say, fuck yes. Yes! I want you to, look, this is what Tony Robbins does every day. He gets ready, he walks out, he's getting ready the curtain is there, right? And Tony, what I want you to understand is Tony is not Tony Robbins in that moment. Tony Robbins is Anthony. Tony Robbins is Anthony Robbins, the person, his old story. So what does he do to get himself ready? What does he do to change his physiology so that he knows that he's not Anthony Robbins when he hits that stage? Super easy. You ready? Watch. Bam! Woo! That's it. Right there. He shakes it off. And that spin, he shakes it off. And Anthony Robbins is gone. When that spin comes around, that second clap, that is Tony fucking Robbins right there. And Tony Robbins can do what Anthony can't. I can't stress that enough. Tony Robbins can do what Anthony can't. Witness My Growth can do what James can't. James had listened to the same story his whole life. James listened to everybody else tell him who he was. James did not think he was important enough to put in the fucking work. James is still scared and thinks that that's who he is. But right before this comes on, when I'm like, boom, and I hit that live button, I'm not James. I become Witness My Growth when I step into these shoes. When I step into this, I become a different person. And what you need to understand is that if you aren't here, I wouldn't be that person. I wouldn't be getting on this video every day. I don't want to do these videos. Kaylee was just on the phone with me. And I literally just told Kaylee that I didn't know if I wanted to do it, that it's exhausting. But you don't think I'm learning a lesson right now? You don't think I'm learning about myself in these moments? I need to do this. Not only do I need to do it so I can show you that you can trust me, that I'm consistent. When I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. Because how many people in your life have let you down and said they were going to be there and they weren't there? You don't get it. And I get that you don't get it. But what I want you to understand is that you're not supposed to get it today. It's a process. It takes 21 days to make a habit. 21 days. 21 days of not seeing the difference. 21 days of trying to change your story. 21 days of having to battle that on the inside. 21 days. This is only day 2. For me, it's day 16. There's no difference in our growth. Every one of us have made changes that every one of us thought we couldn't make. Every one of us tunes in because we believe in the humanity. Believe me, it is so easy for me to give myself a reason not to come on this fucking show. It is so easy for me to tell myself the story that this isn't what I need to do, that I'm stupid for thinking I'm making a difference. But in the moment that one of you reach out to me, one of you text me, and in that moment, you don't try and show me who you're trying to be on Instagram, who you're trying to be on Facebook, who you're trying to be in social media or to the world. You don't try and understand or feed me bullshit. You're honest with me, and when you're honest with me, it allows me to help you. And when I help you every single time, I help either and just one of you understand that every time I help you, it helps me. Every time I work through something with you, I'm not just saying it to you. I'm saying it to me. I'm saying that it's enough, that I'm enough. That I may tell myself every day that I don't deserve to be the person to tell you to be a better person. But I know that if someone was going to be there to tell me to be a better person, I'd want them to believe it because at least they were trying. When everybody else out here is it's so easy to be negative. Negative is the first thought you think of. Understand that. Negative is the first thought you think of. That's why it takes strength to not be negative. That's why it takes strength to take that first thought, that first negative thought, and push it aside and say, I'm bigger than this. I'm better than this. That's my old story trying to break through. Me and Kaylee both had days today where we struggled with this. You want to know why? Because we're doing the work. Some of you haven't even started yet. I know you haven't. I'm not mad at you. I'm not disappointed in you. This shit ain't easy. Me and Kaylee both have had like small emotional breakdowns over the growth that we're having. But I want you to understand something. When you work out, doesn't it hurt? You know, and to use an analogy I used with Kaylee a second ago, if I were to ask you to go out and take and you would never walk a day in your life, you would never use your legs a day in your life, but I asked you to suddenly go run with me. I was like, hey man, come on, you got this, go run with me. And I got you so pumped up that you were like, yeah, I can do this. But as you started walking, those weren't the legs that were ready to walk, let alone run. You think I'm going to be upset? You think I'm going to turn around and say, what the fuck, bro? You can't run? You can't run? You can't keep up? No. I'm going to say, cool, bro, let's walk. Don't worry about it. We'll get to running. Because it takes time, it takes effort, it takes strength, it takes repetition. Repetition. One walk doesn't do it, does it? One walk doesn't really mean shit other than the fact that you decided to take the first step. That isn't what does it, is it? It doesn't. You don't lose weight by taking one walk, do you? No. You got to keep walking. And when your body hurts and the pain is too much and you start to convince yourself that you're not worth this journey, you're not worth this effort, you're not worth this struggle, I need you to convince yourself again and stop it right there. That's a trigger. That's a trigger. In psychology, a trigger is the thing that changes your mental state. The moment it happens, it changes your mental state. It changes who you are. So when your mental state changes, your physical state changes. And once your physical state changes, you become that person. You don't believe me? Look at the difference in us in the mornings now that we're getting up and walking. Is that walk making a difference? No. But bet your ass we're starting the day saying that we're bigger than the excuses that we have to stay in fucking bed. You want to know why I get out of bed? You. Because Bianca, her first day when I took that second lap, Bianca felt value in herself. And she said, I'll walk with you every day. Because Kaylee sees that it's hard for us to walk, that you know, obviously neither one of us are in the best shape, and it's painful, literally, physically. But the funny part is once you get going, that pain fades away. You know, but if I was by myself, bet your ass I'd feel every fucking step. If I wasn't talking to you guys on the phone, if I didn't have your support, bet your ass I would feel every step. But you don't see that because you're not there to see that you're carrying that weight with me. But that's what we're doing here. Every step you're going to feel. And it's going to be hard. And you're going to try and tell yourself that you don't deserve it. And that old story is going to start to creep in and tell you that it's right, that this new story is just a fad. It's not who you really are, but it is. Because the person that you're becoming now through this is the person you were always meant to be. Tonight, I want to leave you with the thing that drives me. Someone sent me a message today and they said, I don't know how you have motivation to do this. And I want to answer that on the video in front of everybody so that you all know. You want to know what drives me, what makes me get out of bed in the morning and sets my ass on fire? It's different for every person. But for someone that has been through the trauma that I've been through, it's always the same. That the longer I wait, someone else goes through trauma just like I did. That I could be saving a child's life right now by reaching out to a mom like mine. That I could be saving lives. I could be putting food on the table for people. But I'm too focused on holding myself back to get to that point to where I can make a difference. People are dying because I don't have the strength to become that person yet. I will save a lot of lives once I become that person. But doesn't that mean that every minute that I put this aside, that I say that it's not important enough to grow, doesn't that also mean that people are dying right now? Doesn't that mean that if your superpower, as we're gonna find in this watch party here in a minute, but whatever your superpower is, why do you think they call it a superpower? Because it comes with responsibility. Once you know that you have the tools to become that person, once you have capabilities of Spider-Man or Superman, it's your responsibility to become that person. It's your responsibility to become the hero of your own story. I get it. It's extremely easy to tell yourself that you're Peter Parker and you're not Spider-Man. That you're Clark Kent and you're not Superman. That you're Diana Prince and you're not Wonder Woman, since I put the ladies out there. But you are. You're both right now. And you will be both for the rest of your life. You're never going to become Wonder Woman if you don't embrace Diana Prince. You're never going to become Superman if you can't embrace that you're Clark Kent right now. You're never going to become Spider-Man. This is nerd references for some moms. But you're never going to become Spider-Man if you don't understand that you started out as Peter Parker. And your true strength is Peter Parker. Your true strength is Clark Kent. It's not about showing the world how powerful you are. It's about showing the world how powerful we can be. This isn't ever easy for me to jump on here. And I know I get so much more comfortable with you guys every video I do. But a lot of you didn't know me when it started. A lot of you don't know. You can probably see it in some of my pictures. Go back and look at YouTube. You'll see me go from the person that I loved being to the person that, didn't take care of themselves. Don't let that be you. Don't have to go that low in order to deserve to go that high. Don't think you want to know one of my biggest problems. All of my heroes were my heroes because of the growth. They were my heroes because of the journey. Yet I always thought, I never realized the journey was going to have to happen with me too. In my head, I always just thought one day it would happen. One day suddenly I would be who I wanted to be. That isn't how it goes. Not at all. One day I had to decide that enough was enough. One day I had to decide that everybody else's opinion of me was not as important as my opinion of me. And then when I looked at my opinion of me, I realized it was the problem. Don't wait. Don't sit around. I don't always got to scream it at you because I mean it either way. But don't wait. Kim, Kaylee, Priz, Bianca, Amanda, Paul. You guys will never get it. You are my foundation. You know, every night when we go through this, I know that it's easy to talk yourself out of it. I know it's easy to say that you're tired and that you don't want to go, that you want to go to bed. I know it's easy to put your head down on the pillow and focus on how tired you are versus how much you're learning and growing. But don't give up. This is only like day 7 for any of us. We all started this like 7 days ago. It's only been like, it's hard to believe it's been like a week, but it's been a week. We can't change it in a week, can we? So believe in the process. Know that I believe in you, and I'm trying to be better. I'm trying not to scream at you guys. You know, don't get me wrong. In the morning, that's what you're going to get. You know, you need that energy in the morning, but I don't want you to have that energy at the end of the day. I want you to know that at the end of the day, I'm just proud of you. No matter whether you took 2 steps forward or you took 2 steps back, I want you to know that I'm proud of you, that I believe in you, and that no matter the story you tell yourself, I will be here every morning to remind you and tell you another story. That I love you, that you mean the world to me, that you have community, you have family, and you are not alone. So, I love you guys. We definitely need to be, so where do you want, wait, what was that? So where do you want us as a group to be in 5 years? I want us all to be happy, first of all. I want to see each and every one of you reach your goals and truly know what it feels like to ask yourself or ask something of yourself and you achieve it. I want every person here to know what it feels like to reach their full potential 5 years from now. But what if I told you that you couldn't get it until that 5 years was up? Would you still do it? Is it worth that much to you? You know, is it worth to be that perfect mom? Is it worth it to be, you know, that business person? Is it worth it to be that wife or that husband? Is it worth it? Because that's the only way that we're going to do this. That's the only way in 5 years that we reach that potential, is that every day we rely on each other. But if I'm being 100% honest, I want to see us as the very first class, the first graduating class of Witness My Growth University. I don't know what to call it, but I want us to be the first class, the foundation, a community that reaches high into the thousands of people. I want to see each and every one of you as leaders in your areas and whatever your superpower is. I want to see you be knowledge brokers. I want to see you be successful. I want to see each and every one of you to have everything that you ever dreamed of. And not to go back to the moment and thank me for it. If you want to thank me, just know that I'm just here I'm like a flashlight in the dark. I'm just a tool for you to get to where you want to go. And I'm okay with that. I hope that I'm your friend for the rest of your life. I hope that we are always a part of each other's life. But if I'm just the tool for you to reach your goal, I'm okay with that. That's how much it means to me. But I would love to see all of us sitting in corner offices in a great big old building to where we've started our own network, and we now take people all around the world that are going through the same thing that we're going through, and we're letting them do what I'm doing now. I want you to be better than me. I want you to be better than the best version of me. That's what I want. Then in 5 years, you wouldn't even know what else to ask for. Then in 5 years, that every one of us, our hearts are so full of gratitude that we don't even know what to wish for when someone asks us to make a wish. That's what I want for us. I want fulfillment. I want happiness. I'm not taking a corner office. I'm taking the top floor suite, bitches. We might fight for that. But I'll tell you what, we'll all share that. We'll all share that top floor suite. All right. We'll each get a different corner of the top floor suite, or we'll make a big old table and we'll all sit down together every damn day and do it together. I like that a little bit better. Instead of it being one office, let it all be our office. And always wish for tacos. Damn, that sounds good. But imagine if you got to a point, Kim, where you had your own taco chef. That every time you got even the slightest sad moment on your face, that your secretary was like, oh, got it. Hey, Jose, we need a taco. We need 2. Carne asada, stack, guac on top. You know, that's what I want for you. I don't want you to have any limitations. I want you to believe in yourself, and I want you to know that you are capable of reaching the moon. I said it yesterday, but I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to catch it because I think I don't even know who it was last night, but I think it was just me and Priz. But with a little support from the wind, wings fly. That's what I want to be. It's never my desire to be anything better than anybody else. I don't want to be better than anybody else. I don't want to take food off anybody else's plate. I don't think I deserve that. What I do think I deserve is that I deserve to be the support, that I deserve to be the wind that hits and raises you up so that you realize you were always meant to fly. Because you were. I'm sorry, everything in your life has convinced you otherwise. But I'll spend the rest of my life convincing you that you do deserve it. And that together, we're going to change the world. I know it's hard to see now, but we will. So I love you. I'm going to hop off here, take a couple of minutes. At 10 o'clock, we will start the watch party. So get ready to grow some more. Today, you get to find out what your superpower is. I hope you're ready. I love you. Stay tuned. Pay attention. Witness my growth. Hold on. I'm gonna go out with another funny face. I've been doing the same thing. You ready? You ready?